George Lucas was not only a brilliant storyteller, he was also a very smart business leader. When he was making the first film, he made a crucial decision. He chose to keep the rights to all the merchandise. At the time, most movie studios thought this was a small detail. They did not see the true value in toys and t-shirts. But George Lucas did. He believed that people would want to keep the story close to them in their daily lives. Posters for their walls, toys for their shelves, logos on their clothes. He was absolutely right. This single business decision gave him incredible freedom. The money he made from merchandise allowed him to control his own destiny. He was not dependent on a big studio to fund his next project. It gave him the power to build a true mega brand, all on his own terms. He used this power to invest back into his passion. New filmmaking tools, new sound technologies, new visual effects, industrial light and magic, ILM, Skywalker sound. The impact of the first film was immediate and huge. It felt new, it felt big, yet at its core it was simple and clear. The story was easy to understand. A farm boy dreams of more. A princess needs saving. A charming scoundrel joins the fight. A wise old knight guides the way. A terrifying villain in black armor stands against them. These were characters that felt familiar, like figures from old legends. But they were placed in a setting that was entirely new. Laser swords. Faster than light travel. Strange alien creatures. This mix of the old and the new was powerful. Star Wars arrived at a time when many people felt lost. The world was complicated. But this movie offered a clear moral compass. The heroes were good, the villains were evil. The choice between light and dark was a real one. The film did not try to be overly complex or cynical. It was sincere. It was earnest. It believed in the power of doing the right thing. This hopeful message resonated deeply with audiences. People left the cinema feeling uplifted and inspired. They felt like they too could be heroes in their own lives. This feeling was a key reason for its massive success. The look of the film also made a big impression. George Lucas wanted a used universe. He wanted things to look worn and dirty. The Millennium Falcon was a piece of junk. Then something truly amazing happened. The story did not end when the credits rolled. People wanted to hold a piece of this galaxy. They wanted to bring the adventure home with them. In 1978, a small toy company named Kenner got the chance to make Star Wars toys. The deal was made quickly and boldly, but Kenner could not make the toys in time for the Christmas gift season. So they did something unheard of. They sold an early bird certificate package. It was just an empty box with a certificate inside. It was a promise. It promised that your toys would come later in the mail. Families still bought the empty box. Children waited patiently for months. Then, the toys finally arrived. They were a massive hit. The action figures were small, just 3 3/4 inches tall. This size was perfect for kids' hands, and for making the playsets and vehicles feel large. The Kenner toy line completely changed the toy industry forever. It showed that stories and toys could grow together in a powerful partnership. It proved that fans did not just want to watch a story, they wanted to participate in it. They wanted to play in the world they had fallen in love with. Kenner made small figures of every character, the main heroes, and even the background aliens. They made ships like the X-Wing and the Millennium Falcon. They made playsets like the Death Star and the Cantina. Children used these toys to recreate their favorite scenes from the movie. More importantly, they used them to invent new scenes. They made up their own stories and their own adventures. They shared these new stories with their friends in backyards and in bedrooms. The toys helped Star Wars stay alive and exciting in the years between the films. Star Wars did not stop its growth with toys. The story soon expanded in many different forms. There were books that told new tales set in the same vast galaxy. These novels explored what happened before, after, between the movies. There were comic books with bright, dynamic art and bold action lines. They gave visual life to new heroes and new timelines. There were video games that let you step directly into the world. You could fly an X-Wing in a space battle, or swing a lightsaber as a Jedi Knight. This interactive element made the fantasy feel even more real. Later there were animated TV shows like The Clone Wars. These shows filled in important gaps and introduced beloved new characters. They brought Star Wars to a younger generation in a format they loved. More recently, there have been live-action streaming series. Shows like The Mandalorian reached millions of homes on a weekly basis, creating new cultural moments. Each of these different forms of media provided a new door into the galaxy. Some fans were drawn to the deep lore of the books, some loved the fast-paced action of the games, some looked forward to the weekly episodes of the shows. Many fans loved them all. This growing web of interconnected stories made the Star Wars galaxy feel huge and truly alive. It felt like a real place with a deep history that was constantly unfolding. As the story grew, so did the number of people who told it. Many talented writers, artists, directors were invited to join in. They added new planets with strange landscapes. They created new friends to love, new foes to fear. They explored new kinds of hope, new forms of loss. But through it all, they were careful to keep the heart of the original story. They kept the clear lines of feeling. They maintained the strong bond with the past, always respecting what came before. These companies would go on to shape the future of film and television for everyone. Because of this financial independence, Star Wars could afford to take risks. It could make a series of prequel films that told a different kind of story. It could make a sequel trilogy decades later for a new generation. It could experiment with animated cartoons and live-action television shows. It could build entire theme park lands where you can walk through the world and touch it. It could create stories that reached young kids and their parents at the exact same time. It allowed the brand to keep speaking to new fans while always honoring the old ones who started the journey. The brand grew strong because it always stayed close to feelings that matter to people. It was not just about selling products. It was about selling a feeling. The feeling of adventure, the feeling of hope, the feeling of being part of something bigger than yourself. George Lucas understood that if he took care of the story, the business would take care of itself. Why does Star Wars speak to so many people across so many years? The answer lies in its themes. The themes are simple, yet incredibly deep. Hope is at the very center of everything. Hope is the small light that shines in the deepest dark. Even when things look their absolute worst, someone is holding onto a small spark of light. A small act of rebellion can grow into a revolution. A small act of kindness can change a life. Children feel this simple truth. Teenagers feel its power. Adults need this reminder. Grandparents share this wisdom. Hope is for everyone. Family is another powerful theme. Family is not just about blood. It can be a chosen family. Friends who stand by you, no matter what. Luke finds family. Leia. Luke finds family. Han. Luke finds family. Chewbacca. Luke finds family. The droids. Rey, the lonely scavenger, finds people who care for her deeply. Even if your biological family hurts you, you can choose love. You can choose to care for others. They can choose to do good at the very end. Darth Vader, the ultimate symbol of this hope. He committed great evil and caused immense suffering, yet he found a way back to the light in his final moments. It doesn't erase the wrong, but a last act can be brave and kind. This idea gives many people comfort. It offers a path to healing. Adventure is the fourth core theme. The call to go, to see, to try, and to learn. Children naturally want adventure. Teenagers crave it. Adults still dream of it. Leave the familiar farm or small desert town and meet a wondrous world. Today, when we look all the way back to 1977, we can see the clear line. We can see how a young hero on a small desert farm became a hero for us all. We can see how a smart deal with a small toy company changed the way stories are allowed to live and breathe in our world. We can see how one man's decision to keep his rights allowed him to build a powerful brand that funded new art. We can see how hundreds of other people joined him and added their own art to the tapestry. We can see how simple, human themes stayed bright and relevant as the world changed around them. Star Wars is still here. It is still unstoppable. It is because it gives us something we deeply need. It gives us a dose of hope when we are feeling tired and worn down. It gives us a sense of family when we are feeling lonely. It gives us a powerful story of a fall and a rise, showing us that change is possible. It gives us a thrilling call to adventure. It asks us to be brave and to be kind. It asks us to choose the light over the dark, in ways both big and small. They shine brightly in every new era. So, Star Wars began as a single bold film. It grew to become a myth for our time. It became the toys in our homes. It became the games on our screens. It became the books on our shelves. It became the shows we watch with our families. It became a smart business that pushed technology and art forward. It became the way a parent talks to a child about courage. It became the way a friend says, "May the force be with you," and both people understand the shared wish for strength and good fortune. It is a part of our culture. It is more than just movies. It is a cultural mythology. It is a lifestyle. It is a living, breathing story that we all get to share, shape, and pass on. It connects us to our past, gives us joy in our present, and offers us hope for our future.